I told you, don't do it. Say no to that Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. They went and got some of us, but I'm here to save the rest of you. You are now tuned in to the big boy Shaoba McCoy, and today I'm going to call it like it is, a scam, or all around I got you. Now, most won't admit they got. That's okay. I'm here to help, but this time I brought a few people that have more influence to the table. But before I give you the real, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Many of you know Blackmagic released a 6K version of the Pocket Cinema camera a couple of days ago, and a couple of days before it dropped, I told y'all I'm not buying it. I'm good. And real talk, I'm not hating on Blackmagic. Them dudes are smart. Superstar G's. Let me explain. See, nobody even heard of the camera until about 3 days before it dropped. Well, a few did, but they were in on the scam. Magically, they had the 6K in stock, ready to ship once it was announced. You were able to order it and have it in your hands by Monday. Amazon Prime can't beat that. If you live in New York City like I'm in, then you know B&H ain't even open on Saturdays, and it's open only half day on Fridays. So really, they were ready to ship out before the announcement. Probably had a special overhead conveyor belt ready to go. They were selling you a pig in the sack, because if they did it the other way, dudes would have had time to find if there was any issues with the camera. Let's bring it back to the point how it all started with me. My boy Brandon Washington was like the first dude to say he ordered it. His Blackmagic was coming on Monday. And shout outs to you. I watch all your videos. But your back-to-back thumbnails of the 6K went from this to this. And real talk, he ain't talking bad about the camera. But those contrasting images captured something from me. They told a story. Then my boy, the Black Flash, was talking it. Flash was like, Blackmagic just changed the game. It changed the game for the Black Flash. Now I know Black Flash is not his name. The channel is Flash Film Academy. But the Black Flash just sounds cool. You can use that. Get that merch. Brandon and the Black Flash works in two different spaces. Brandon is closer to my space. Small run-and-gun projects that need a quick turnaround. I could be mistaken, but I think we deal with low-budget clients. Now, the Black Flash operates in a different space from us. I think before the Blackmagics, Flash was rocking a FS5 and a FS7, creating strictly corporate videos. I'm guessing he's scaling up towards mid-budget projects, not really doing low-budget music videos or local social media spots. My point being, it might make sense for the Black Flash and what he's doing right now. Because in his last video, he was kicking it that you're dealing with a pure cinema camera. I agree with him. Another thing, every creator that I'm referencing in this video, I will leave a link to their channel below in the content I'm talking about. And then there was these dudes. That's Armando and Dave Mays, the Kinotika dude. Now these two dudes are special, and I trust most what they say. Armando and Dave ain't trying to waste money. Dave even put out a video this year about his owning a Red camera worth it in 2019. He basically said no for what he does. And then Armando put out a video about challenging you to tell the difference between two different lenses. It was something towards that effect. I was shocked that Blackmagic got my boy Dave Mays. I was like, oh no, say it ain't so. That's a tagline from Dumas Live, a hip hop news channel. Good channel, check it out. But they got Dave. Armando, don't do it. And tell the Crimson Engine, don't do it. Save him. Cause I know you saw it like I saw it. When you put out the side-by-side footage of the 4K and the 6K out online, it was marginally different. I watched the video on my MacBook, a 50-inch 1080 screen, a 50-inch HDR screen shooting 4K, and my iPhone. The sharpness difference was marginal. Maybe my eyes weren't working, but I ain't see it. And then there's another thing between those cameras. The depth of field is not that different. Which leads me to my second part of the scam. The Micro Four Thirds versus the Super 35 sensor. The 4K version is not Micro Four Thirds, it's 4/3, it's larger. The 6K version is listed as Super 35, but it's smaller. The ProAV dudes put out a video, or rather a graph, where you can clearly see the sensor is wider, but not taller. Now, overall, it's more real estate on the 6K, but not by a lot. For sure, not the same difference between a true Micro Four Thirds and a true Super 35. Then don't have me kick it about the field of view. The 6K has a wider field of view than the 4K. Jokes. Nobody uses Micro Four Thirds lenses on a 4K. That's why Metabone's cashing them checks. With a speed booster, the field of view on the 4K is wider. Metabone, secure that bag. Here's the real. Black Magic is not going after Red or Ari. They ain't trying to play in that space. Maybe one day. But they see the writing on the wall. They peaked it when they saw K Affinity and ZCam. But more for the ZCam. ZCam was coming for Black Magic. They slipped up and put out their biz about the ZCam Raw. Black Magic was like, ZCam Raw? People saying your colors are great on a little cube, and a new version is dropping in the fall? Already, they dropped ZCam Raw like 2 days after the 6K was announced. You didn't think that Black Magic knew that news was coming, so they dropped the 6K and caused some noise. Now the camera y'all should be gushing over are those ZCams for one major reason. Do you know how easy that camera will be to balance on the gimbal? Do you know how hard the Black Magic Pocket 4K, now the 6K, might be the worst to balance on a gimbal? Listen to that dude Chungdha, I think his name is Chungdha, about the ZCam, and Scott Dumas. But just don't take my word for it. Like, who am I? I'm a small fish. Instead, take it from the godfather of content creation himself, Daddy Luke. He's selling his Pocket 4K and going back to the GH5 series. Boom. Oh, one more thing. Justin Phillips, dogs. Don't buy it. Don't buy that camera. Don't you do it.